I'm not one for long intros, so let's get into today's doodle. All you need for this doodle is a paper, some markers, and a pen of any kind, of any quality. I'm starting by tracing the lines on this template. Info in the description on how to download it. I'm taking a silver acrylic marker, but any marker will work. The lines are very faint and any marker will cover them. I'm just tracing the scribble lines. I would also encourage you to make this template on your own. No need to download mine. Take a round bowl, trace it on your paper, then draw some curved scribbles in it. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going over the lines a couple of times to darken the look of the silver marker. Now take a black pen, any pen. The exact one I'm using is in the description below. Trace along the silver lines. I'm making this line thick and substantial. This step is self-explanatory. I don't have much to say about it. Hopefully the music I'm choosing to play now is going to be fun to listen to instead of me. My goal with this doodle today was to create something everyone and anyone can make without compromising on the result. I kept the steps easy and simple so that even if you don't own any fancy markers or if you don't have any experience with this kind of art, you can still achieve this one. Now I'm taking one of the sections and I'm dividing it up into smaller sections and rounding off the corners. I'm doing this to about half of the sections, leaving the rest of them blank. Sorry for any background noise. There's lawn mowing and chatting and the occasional yelling going on, so if you hear that, no you don't. Here's what mine is looking like so far. Now grab your favorite markers. These are the ones I'm choosing to use. If you're new to coloring and you don't have any favorites, I always recommend a rainbow. I got a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. And now I'm coloring in the sections. In the rest of the sections, I'm coloring them in gray. I wouldn't recommend this color. It matches the silver very well and it blends in instead of standing out. If I were to do this one again, I would choose a gold, a purple, or a blue, basically any other color rather than gray. Lines. Lines, lines, lines. I love drawing lines, but I get a lot of questions about how I keep them even and straight. So for this one, we're going to keep them uneven and curved. Don't overthink it, just draw the lines. We're drawing the lines on the gray sections, and the reason I chose to do this is because I was regretting my choice in color with the gray. I wanted to add more contrast. I think this adds a lot of interest to the look, so regardless of the color you chose, do the lines. The good thing about this step is that no matter how you draw the lines, if you keep them thin or thick, if you have them neater or more messy, straight or curved, the effect will work and it'll look really good. Don't be too attached to how things are looking and just enjoy the current moment of coloring and drawing lines over and over and over. I was regretting the gray when I was doing this, I'm not gonna lie. There's beauty in making a mistake. Not that this is a mistake, but there's beauty in choosing a color that I later regretted choosing. There's something to learn from this. Although I wished the color was different, I kept going with the doodle, and I challenged myself to make it work. I decided to add the lines to up the contrast, and I loved the result. The next step is the one that takes your doodle from something you just colored to something you created. It levels it up and makes it look really good. Adding the shadow effect and the highlight effect, it really brings everything together. I'm using the same marker to add the shadow, and I'm tracing along the side. This is easier to learn from watching me do it rather than me trying to explain to you how I did it. Here's a section in real time, not sped up. It's a lot slower than it looks. Most of this video is sped up either ×3 or ×5. Every section is getting the shadow effect using the same marker, using the same purple marker, using the same pink marker, using the same gray marker. I'm keeping the shadow effect consistently to the right and bottom sections, and that leaves space for the highlight on the top left. The rainbow sections are smaller than the gray ones, so they are going to get a small chunky highlight detail. And the large gray sections are larger, so they're getting those larger thin lines. I don't know about you, but this is really satisfying for me to watch. And we're done. This is the result. Look what you created. You did it. And if you didn't do it, go do it. It's fun. You deserve some fun. Happy doodling.